Imagine a garden where two plants grow side by side, one tall, sturdy and protective, like a strong oak tree standing firm against the wind, the other soft, delicate and inviting, like a gentle vine winding its way around the oak's trunk. The vine doesn't overpower or compete. Instead, it draws strength and life from the oak's steady presence. Together, they create a beautiful balance, each one enhancing the other's growth and beauty. That soft, winding vine is vulnerability, the quiet but powerful feminine force that captures a man's heart in ways strength alone never could. Vulnerability isn't about weakness or breaking down. It's about opening up your true self, your heart, and inviting connection on a deep, magnetic level. When we talk about vulnerability, many think of it as something risky or scary, something to hide. But the great philosopher Plato saw love differently. He believed love is the force that transforms us, that makes poets out of ordinary people, and that only reveals itself when we let ourselves be truly seen. Carl Jung, the wise psychologist, added that authenticity, the courage to show who we really are, is the path to wholeness and connection. Vulnerability is that bold, courageous act of authenticity. It's the key that opens the door to genuine intimacy and attraction. Before we dive deep into why vulnerability captures a man's heart forever, I want to invite you to press that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Why? Because this isn't just another relationship video. This guide will change how you understand love and connection, giving you the power to transform your relationships into something truly fulfilling and magnetic. If you're ready to embrace your feminine power in a way that feels natural, joyful, and deeply effective, you're in the right place. Here's a fun little challenge to start. As you watch, repeat this affirmation to yourself: vulnerable and magnetic. Say it out loud, whisper it to yourself, or write it in the comments below. Show it to the universe, to him, and most importantly, to yourself. Let it be your reminder that opening your heart isn't a risk, it's your greatest strength. So, are you ready to uncover the feminine trait that turns hearts and builds lasting love? Together, we're going to explore vulnerability not as a flaw, but as a magnetic force, a dance of courage and connection that brings out the best in you and the men you desire. Let's get started. Number 1, vulnerability as ultimate receptivity. Vulnerability isn't just about sharing feelings. It's the open door that invites a man's deepest, strongest energy to come inside. Imagine vulnerability as a lighthouse beacon shining through a foggy night. That light signals to the sea, "I trust you. I welcome you." It doesn't scream or demand. It simply shines steady and clear, inviting a ship safely to shore. When a woman shows her real self, her fears, her hopes, her desires, she's sending that same powerful signal. She's saying, "Here I am, fully me. You're safe to come closer." And that openness awakens something primal in a man, his urge to protect, provide, and be the hero of her story. This is the magic of polarity, the magnetic dance between masculine and feminine energies. Think of it like the push and pull of a magnet. The feminine energy, expressed through vulnerability, pulls in the masculine energy like a magnet pulling iron. Without that openness, the masculine energy has nowhere to go. It's like a dance where one partner holds out their hand and the other can't help but take it. This polarity is what sparks chemistry, passion, and a connection that feels electric. It's the invisible current that keeps desire alive. You might wonder, but isn't vulnerability scary? What if I get hurt? Yes, it's scary, like stepping off a cliff and trusting there's a net below. But that leap is the gateway to real connection. Without vulnerability, relationships stay surface level, safe but empty. Sharing your heart is the first brave step toward intimacy. It's saying, "I'm willing to be seen, not just liked." When you dare to be vulnerable, you give him the chance to step up, to show care, to offer support, and to love you deeply. Here's a powerful reminder from Rumi, the great poet. Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in another form. When you open your heart, even if it feels risky, you're creating space for something better to come in. Trust that your vulnerability is a seed. When nurtured, it grows into the strongest bond. Your affirmation right now: open heart, strong love. Say it, write it, live it. Next, we'll dive into how vulnerability reveals the true man, the hero, or the boy, and why that's a game changer. Stay tuned. Number 2. Vulnerability separates men from boys. Vulnerability is like flipping on a test light in the dark. It reveals what's really inside a man's heart. When you open your heart and show your true self, you're not just sharing feelings. You're holding up a mirror that reflects who he really is. Does he rise to protect, to care, to show up as the man you deserve? Or does he retreat, shut down, or avoid the depth you offer? This is the moment where boys and men part ways. The vulnerable woman doesn't settle for half-hearted responses. She sees the real wiring beneath the surface. Think of vulnerability as a truth detector. When it's switched on, nothing fake can hide. The man who is ready to step into his healthy masculine energy will respond with strength, compassion, and willingness to be your hero. The one who's still a boy might crumble, get anxious, or run away. This test light isn't a punishment, it's a gift. It clears the fog and shows you whether he's the partner who will grow with you or just take up space. The philosopher Simone de Beauvoir talked about becoming, how we are not fixed beings, but always evolving, especially in relationships. When you bring your authentic self, the vulnerable, imperfect, beautiful you, to the table, you invite him to do the same. It's a journey where both of you reveal layers, grow together, and decide if you're a fit for a true partnership. Vulnerability is the spark that starts this evolution. Here's a real-life example. Many women waste precious time hiding their true feelings, hoping to test a man or protect themselves. But early openness, sharing fears, desires, even doubts, cuts through the confusion. It shows you if he listens, if he cares, if he's ready to meet you where you are. If he isn't, you save yourself heartache by walking away sooner, making space for the man who will cherish your vulnerability. So, don't shy away from this powerful test. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the litmus test of a man's heart. Your affirmation for today: true man, true heart. Say it with confidence and keep it close. Up next, we'll explore how vulnerability signals high self-worth and why that's magnetic. Stay with me. Number 3. Vulnerability signals high self-worth. Vulnerability isn't for the faint of heart. It's the clear, shining diamond of a woman who knows her worth. Only women confident in themselves can safely open their hearts because they understand that vulnerability isn't a crack or weakness. It's the pure, transparent shine that reveals their true value. Imagine a diamond, flawless, not because it's perfect, but because its clarity lets the light shine through brilliantly. That's what vulnerability does. It lets your true self glow, attracting what's real and valuable. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Stoic emperor, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Courage to be vulnerable comes from this self-trust. It's knowing that no matter what happens, you are whole and enough. When you believe in your own value, you don't fear showing your heart. You see it as a gift to the right person. Here's something many women don't realize. When you hide your feelings and protect your heart too tightly, you actually push away the good men who could love you deeply. Think about it like a garden. If you don't open the soil, seeds can't take root. The men who are ready to care for your heart will never be able to reach it if you don't give them the chance. Meanwhile, the wrong men are drawn to the closed-off energy because it matches their own avoidance or fear. Real courage means opening your heart, even when it's scary. It means saying, "This is me, imperfect, honest, worthy." When you do, you don't just invite respect, you invite a love that's deep, true, and lasting. Vulnerability isn't about weakness. It's the power move that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Your affirmation for today: shine through strength. Say it, own it, and let it remind you that your true power lies in your authentic, vulnerable self. Next up, we'll explore how vulnerability builds trust and respect. The foundation of magnetic connection. Don't miss it. Number 4. Vulnerability builds trust and respect. Vulnerability is more than just sharing feelings. It's a devotional offering, a sacred trust you place in him as a man and protector. Imagine handing him a precious key, one that unlocks the deepest parts of your heart. This key isn't given lightly. It's a sign that you trust him enough to let him in, to share your true self without walls or masks. When you offer this kind of openness, you're inviting him to step up, to show his strength and care in ways that build real connection. Many women feel the need to do it all, to protect themselves, handle every problem, and keep everything under control. But this drive to be strong all the time can actually push men away. It's like trying to dance a tango with both partners stepping on each other's toes. Instead, inviting him in through vulnerability creates polarity, the magnetic pull between masculine and feminine energies that sparks desire and passion. When you let him lead, he feels needed, respected, and alive. Think of a real-life moment when you let him fix something, make a decision, or protect you in a small way. Maybe he helped with a problem at work, or simply held your hand when you needed comfort. Those moments build his confidence and create the foundation of trust your relationship thrives on. It's a powerful reminder that love isn't a solo act. It's a dance where each partner has a role to play. Here's a fun tip. Vulnerability doesn't mean weakness. It means you're brave enough to let him take the lead sometimes, knowing that strength and care are not just about muscles or words, but about presence and trust. Letting him be the hero isn't about losing yourself. It's about creating space for both of you to shine. Your affirmation today: trust builds power. Say it loud, believe it deeply, and watch how your relationship shifts when you open your heart this way. Next, we'll talk about how vulnerability breaks distraction patterns and keeps him truly present with you. Stay tuned. Number 5. Vulnerability breaks distraction patterns. Men often find themselves drifting away into distractions, scrolling through their phones, diving into video games, or tuning out with sports. Not because they don't care, but because their minds get overwhelmed. It's like their brain is trying to escape a noisy room by retreating to a quiet corner. This mental checkout is a way to cope, but it can leave women feeling unseen and disconnected. Here's the powerful truth. Vulnerability is the force that pulls him back from those distractions and makes you his true focus, his heaven on earth. Think of yourself as a magnet, quietly but powerfully drawing him back from all the noise and chaos. Your openness, your willingness to share your feelings, your fears and joys, this magnetic energy can break through the walls he builds around himself. Carl Jung once said, "Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. When you embrace your emotional depth and share it authentically, you invite him into a space where he feels safe to be real and present too." Picture a woman who chooses to be openly vulnerable, not overwhelming, but genuine and inviting. Instead of pushing him away or chasing him down, she becomes his anchor in the storm, the person who keeps him grounded and emotionally engaged. Men respond deeply to this kind of feminine presence because it offers relief from their internal battles and distractions. It's no longer about escaping, but about being fully present together. Being vulnerable and present isn't always easy. It takes courage to open your heart when distractions are calling loudly. But this openness is what creates magnetic attraction that lasts. It's the difference between surface-level connection and the deep bond that makes him want to come home, emotionally and physically. Your affirmation today: present and magnetic. Say it, feel it, and let it remind you that your vulnerability is your power. Up next, we'll explore how vulnerability awakens his hero instinct and lights the fire of desire. Don't miss it. Number 6. Vulnerability activates his hero instinct. When you show your need and openness, you're not just sharing feelings, you're awakening a powerful force inside him, his hero instinct. It's like sounding a call for a knight in shining armor. Your vulnerability is the signal that says, "I trust you. I need you." And in that moment, a man's deepest desire to protect, provide, and serve ignites. This isn't about weakness, it's about inviting him to step into his greatest strength. Think about the idea of feminine yearning, that quiet but strong pull a woman gives off when she opens her heart. It's an invitation for a man to rise, to be the hero he longs to be, not because he has to, but because he wants to. That yearning connects to something primal and profound inside him, a need to feel needed, to be valued, to make a difference in the life of someone he cares about. Plato once said, "Love is a call to become better versions of ourselves." When you're vulnerable, you're giving him the chance to grow and rise, to meet your needs not out of obligation, but from a deep desire to be his best self. Love becomes the spark that drives both of you to new heights. Here's a fun tip. Vulnerability lets him feel like the hero of your story. And honestly, who doesn't want to be a hero? When you let him take that role, you fuel his confidence and deepen the bond between you. It's a beautiful dance where your openness invites his strength, and together you create something powerful and lasting. Your affirmation today: hero awakened within. Say it with pride and believe it. Coming up next, we'll explore how vulnerability creates space for pursuit, letting him chase you in a way that feels natural and magnetic. Stick around. Number 7. Vulnerability creates space for pursuit. Sometimes strong and independent women hold so tightly to control that they unintentionally close the door on a man's natural desire to chase and lead. When you do everything yourself, making all the decisions, managing every detail, you leave little space for him to step up. It's like throwing a dance party, but never sending out an invitation. He wants to join, but he doesn't know the steps or when to move. Vulnerability is that gentle invitation, the subtle, graceful way of saying, "Come dance with me." It opens the door for him to pursue and lead without feeling pushed or controlled. Think of it like handing him the rhythm in a dance. Without that cue, he's unsure when to step forward. But with vulnerability, you're setting the beat, creating a magnetic space where he wants to take the lead because it feels natural and welcomed. Picture a woman who lets go of the need to control every moment and instead shares her feelings openly without manipulation or pressure. This openness encourages a man to move forward on his own terms, not because he's being told what to do, but because he genuinely wants to be there for her. It's like planting a seed and watching him grow into the man who chooses to pursue you again and again. Letting go of control isn't easy. It's scary to trust and open up, but it's where your true feminine power lies. When you step into that energy, you stop chasing and start attracting. The dance becomes effortless, magnetic, and full of joy. Your affirmation today: invite, don't chase. Say it, believe it, and watch how the dance changes. Next, we'll dive into how vulnerability is the heartbeat of lasting love, the rhythm that keeps connection alive. Don't miss it. Number 8. Vulnerability is the heartbeat of lasting love. Vulnerability isn't a one-time grand gesture. It's an ongoing rhythm, a daily courage to show up as your real, imperfect self. Think of it like a dance between two people, moving together in a rhythm of give and receive. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Sometimes you open your heart wide. Sometimes you gently close it to protect yourself. This dance, with all its pauses and steps, is what keeps love alive and growing over time. Carl Jung called this journey individuation, the process of becoming whole and authentic while still growing together with another. It's not about losing yourself in someone else, but about two whole people learning to move in harmony, each bringing their true selves to the relationship. Vulnerability is the heartbeat of this process. It's what allows both partners to trust, to heal, and to connect on the deepest level. There are countless stories of couples who transform their relationships by choosing vulnerability over fear, by sharing their doubts, dreams, and true feelings instead of hiding behind walls. That openness created a foundation so strong that their love wasn't just a feeling, but a lasting partnership built on trust and respect. So, here's your motivational call. Embrace vulnerability, not as a weakness, but as your greatest strength. When you dare to be open, you invite a love that's real, passionate, and enduring. Watch how that courage transforms your relationships and your life. Your affirmation for today: vulnerability fuels love. Say it with your whole heart, write it down, and live it. Remember, this journey is just beginning. Let's keep dancing together. To wrap things up, vulnerability isn't just about opening your heart. It's the key to creating deep, lasting love. When you embrace your true self and invite connection, you build trust, spark desire, and let love grow naturally. Remember, vulnerability is your greatest strength, not a weakness. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button, subscribe for more empowering relationship insights, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's keep growing together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.